I always say I want to do a quick video, but it's never quick. But I do want to do a video to kind of recap my first trimester of this pregnancy. Hey y'all, I'm Lanita. I have detailed a little bit about a previous pregnancy with my rainbow baby Kari on this channel. Some of you might remember that I was pregnant during the start of the pandemic with my 2-year-old, and I wanted to kind of do the same thing with my current pregnancy in 2022. This is pregnancy number 5 for me, which is going to be surprising for some people after my firstborn in 2007. I was pregnant in 2018 with twins, or 2017, 2018. I lost them in 2018. And so then my next baby that I had in 2020 was my rainbow baby Kari. The fourth one is actually an ectopic pregnancy that I had in 2021 after Kari was born. And that is something that I didn't really talk about. Something that I'll probably talk about in another video. But yeah, it's just part of my story. So it's 2022. I'm pregnant again, and I am today 37 weeks pregnant. Today is what? I don't even know what today is. Today is September 30th. My fiance's birthday, actually. This pregnancy has been super uneventful up until recently. So there hadn't really been much for me to talk about. I was in denial at the beginning of this pregnancy, obviously. Actually, I didn't even realize that I was pregnant for almost the whole first trimester. Like, it just totally went over my head that I hadn't had a period. My first kind of indications that I was pregnant came because of other people's weddings. My godmother, her daughter got married earlier this year. They had such a beautiful but unconventional ceremony. We actually went hiking. We went on like a mile hike. But I noticed while hiking that I was really winded. I just kind of chalked it up to being out of shape, not having hiked in a while, and also having had COVID last year. I was a little confused as to why I was so winded, but in hindsight, I realized that I was pregnant. One of my cousins who lives in St. Louis, she was getting married, and I realized, like, maybe the week of the wedding, the week before the wedding, I had gained seemingly a lot of weight in like a very short amount of time. And I thought that it was because I was just under maybe a lot of stress, or I just had been eating differently. While trying on dresses, I just had the hardest time, and I could not figure out why I was having such a hard time, because I didn't feel like I had gained any more weight. No one had told me that I gained any weight, but I just had a real struggle fitting into stuff. In hindsight, I was pregnant. And I probably did gain a lot of weight really quickly. But I acted up, y'all. I acted up. I've been acting up this pregnancy. I really enjoyed myself at my cousin's reception. And then I got sick later that night. And that's when it kind of like hit me. Like, hold on. I ended up taking a test, and it was positive. And I just sat and tried to recount when the last time I had a period was, and I just could not remember. You know, obviously my fiance and I had a conversation about it, and we didn't know yet how far along we were. And so of course, you know, we didn't think that it was time to tell anybody. But it just so happened that the next day, when some of my cousins got together, I decided, like, okay, my stomach's kind of messed up from too hard last night. I just want to drink water, but people noticed that. And we don't want to know about it though. My cousin's husband, he asked, he was like, "Oh, are you expecting?" And I'm like, "No, like, why would you say that?" And then I just felt so crazy and I felt so stupid. And so I pulled my cousin to the side and I told her, I was like, yeah. I was like, but please don't tell nobody because I haven't told anybody yet. So my cousin was like the first person to find out. I also saw a close friend of mine that same night who I already knew was expecting. And just seeing her and her husband and just seeing how happy she was and seeing her little bump just kind of made me want to share with her as well. So I shared with her that same night, and then I'm just like, okay, we're sharing with people already, so we need to like really confirm and make sure that, you know, we're not speaking out of turn. We shared with my fiance's mom, but that was cute, and I was glad to actually be able to tell her ahead of telling my family this time, because the last time it was the other way around. It was cute to see her reaction. She had a kind of a subdued excitement. Well, I scheduled to meet with my OB, who probably hates me at this point because I am always such a difficult case. He was no longer doing deliveries. So my OB has been practicing for probably 40 years and at least 30. He just decided that he wasn't delivering any more babies. So when we had our first doctor's appointment, it was with a new doctor that he had just hired onto his practice. And she's amazing, but she's not who I was intending to have as a doctor for this pregnancy. So I kind of let her know that in the nicest way we could. And so I think what happened is she ended up referring me back to my OB, who decided that he was going to do a few deliveries. So luckily for me, he took me back on as a patient, and he is going to be delivering this baby. And if anybody does or doesn't remember from any of my other videos, this is the same OB that I had when I was pregnant with my twins, the same OB who helped me afterwards and gave me a transabdominal cerclage so that I could successfully carry future pregnancies. And I am just so thankful and grateful for him, and I am grateful again that he's managing this pregnancy with me. I wasn't out of my first trimester yet, and I think that's a big reason why I wasn't like super willing and excited to share, because a lot of women who've been through miscarriages have a hard time sharing once they become pregnant again in that first trimester, because we are all too conscious and aware that anything can happen within that first trimester, and it's just a really delicate time, and it's just kind of hard. It's hard to talk about. It's hard to share. All the what ifs are going through your mind, and then you're sick. It's a lot to carry emotionally, and it's a lot to talk about, and it's a lot to give to others. So we first told our oldest daughter, who actually came to her dad and was like, hey, I know something. I know you guys are pregnant. I put two and two together. I saw a picture in mom's phone of a pregnancy test, and I've just been sitting on this waiting on you all to tell me, but I can't sit on it anymore. So I'm telling you that I know. So he had that conversation with her and confirmed for her. A few days after that, we sat my mom down and we told her. A few days after that, I woke up one morning in a puddle of fluid. Hey y'all, good morning. I am 14 weeks and a couple days. Today's supposed to be a little special. I'm supposed to, or Karma, my oldest daughter, planned to surprise Keith with a little bitty mini gender reveal. Because as y'all saw, she found out the gender. But I woke up at like 4 this morning, laying in a little puddle. And I really couldn't tell if it was pee or not. I went to the bathroom, I slipped and tell. I came back and the spot was gone, and I know I'm not tripping. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the hospital to get checked out. Hopefully I don't have a slow leak and it's just, you know, normal. But my feelings are all over the place today because I got a little news regarding somebody telling other people about the pregnancy yesterday. And I told you all I haven't really told anybody yet. But that upset me. Then it upset me a little bit more than I knew until this morning when I woke up and realized I might be in trouble. And I have a million different reasons for feeling the way that I feel, but ultimately it's just a lonely feeling to kind of be in a situation where you think you might be, you think you could be experiencing a complication, and you know, you got to deal with it. And even if you have support, it's still kind of a lonely feeling, at least for me, because there's only so much that the people around me can mentally and emotionally support me with at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. So anyway, I just got dressed. I'm gonna go ahead and head to this emergency room, and hopefully everything is okay. We went to the hospital actually because it was like the weekend, and they checked and there was no rupture. My regular obstetrician refers me to a high-risk maternal fetal medicine doctor for every pregnancy because every pregnancy that I have is considered high risk. They had already started doing the genetic test, and so they asked us if we wanted to have the gender revealed as part of that test. Keith was very adamant about not having a gender reveal this time because he just said it was just too much hoopla. And he's also really anxious to know. You know, he just didn't want to go through that again, the waiting and, you know, the anticipation. I think too, he also knew in his heart what we were having. So he just wanted to get it out of the way, to get the answer straight up. He wasn't at home when I got the phone call about what the gender was. Karma was, though, my oldest daughter, and the nurse who called to give me the results was able to tell her. So I instructed her that if she wanted to put together a very small gender reveal, that she could, but that it had to happen within a few days. So she took the initiative to, you know, decide how she was going to go about the reveal. She got Kari, my 2-year-old, the cutest little outfit that she ordered off Amazon. She, you know, put together a little gender reveal at the house. So once she got word that me and the baby were okay, when we came back, basically Keith walked into a gender reveal.
Well, stop restart.
Can you see those? Grandma, don't get in the way of the camera. You're in the way of the camera. Oh.
So they both have the same color?
Yeah. So, do we do a countdown or something? From 5 or 10? Whatever you want to do. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is that funny? We did the gender reveal, and then he was so excited. He posted a picture. At that point, we still weren't telling people. Like, he just posted the picture. And so people are like speculating and, you know, concluding and congratulating. And we haven't told anybody else in our families yet. And I'm very close with my quote unquote extended family. So like my mom's siblings and their children, and I don't think I had even told my siblings yet. Now I'm playing damage control because I didn't even realize he was about to post the picture. After that though, I decided that I wasn't going to talk a whole lot about this pregnancy on Facebook the way that I had done prior, or on Instagram the way that I had done prior. I just kind of had been somewhat privately enjoying my pregnancy. I've been feeling great. I felt good after the first trimester was over and I got into my second trimester. You know, that's when your energy really starts to pick up, and I have been going full force since. The next video will be my second trimester recap because I am currently in my third trimester. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. I do plan on posting more probably parenting type videos, more pregnancy videos, more different topics of discussion, because I am definitely stepping into a whole new world when it comes to parenting. I will have 3 children at home, which is so crazy because for the longest I just had one, and our family has just grown so quickly and I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I'd like to share and talk about that as time goes on. So, or hit the bell so that you get a notification every time I make a new post. Talk to y'all later. See y'all in the next video.